Questions?
For Dawson. Dawson, coming into the game, do you think your ability to stretch the floor was going to be a factor?
Oh yeah, coming in the game, I knew I'd be able to help out my team in some way or another. So I was just glad I could put some part in the fight tonight.
Coach, what did you like from your team's grit tonight, especially with the foul trouble, not really getting much from Armando, and kind of the scrappiness that they used to get right back in the game here in the second half?
Well, I told the team that as disappointed and upset and frustrated that we lost tonight against a very, very, very good team, that my losses are also equally as proud of them and how they did compete throughout the entire game, specifically in the second half. Their toughness, their will and their want to in the second half, I thought was really good. It wasn't good enough, but I was proud of that, and I told them that this is a great opportunity for us to learn. And the thing that I'm really encouraged about is that we can get a lot better, and we've got a lot to improve on.
This question is for Dawson. You obviously played in the Big East, so you played physical teams before, but how would you describe how Edey and Williams were in terms of their physicality, how difficult it was to kind of defend them in the post?
Yeah, I mean it was a physical game, and like the coaches told us coming in, we're gonna have to guard the action before it even happens, guard the play before it even happens, because we have to be ready for any Dunkins. They got us sometimes, but yeah, we just gotta continue to learn from that.
This question's for Dawson. Dawson, when you guys took the lead, you hit that corner three. Just what was going through your mind in that sequence of plays? You guys were steadily coming back, and then to finally actually take the lead, what were you sort of thinking at that point?
Yeah, I was excited just because I knew it was going to be a fight the whole game, and we got punched in the mouth, but we came right back, and we weathered the storm. So I think it was just exciting, and we were ready to keep going.
For RJ, twice in 3 games now, you've had pretty explosive second halves. Kind of what's been your mindset coming out of halftime about those games, especially tonight?
Just trying to bring energy, be that spark for my team. Going to the second half and then come out with energy and toughness. That was the main thing. I think we showed a lot of great effort for the second half. I'm proud of my team, so we'll learn from this. It's a good learning experience, and we'll move on.
RJ, I think you had 14 of the team's first 24 points in the second half. Like, what specifically got you going? What were you feeling, and what was happening good out there for you?
Well, my teammates did a good job of finding me in transition, finding me offensive sets, and I was able to knock it down as well as I was able to pay for my own shots. I just felt like I fed off my teammates, both offensively and defensively. Just couldn't get down, but it was good energy. It was a good game. Passed the ball, we were a good team. So yeah.
Hubert, this is, I guess fortunately or unfortunately, the first time you've had to give a speech in the locker room after a loss. You said that you mentioned you're proud of the grit and determination. Can you just sort of expand on the message that you tried to convey to the guys, knowing that you've got another one tomorrow afternoon?
Well, I tried to get them to understand that we do really have a game tomorrow, and that we can learn from today. We can be motivated and upset, but we can also be determined to play even better tomorrow. And so the great thing about it is this is kind of like the NBA. You got a next game, and when you lose, the first thing as a competitor you want to do is you want to get back out there on the floor and take that taste out of your mouth, and we get another opportunity tomorrow against a very good Tennessee team.
Dawson, right after you hit that bucket to give you guys a lead, they went on a 10-0 spurt. What happened during that sequence?
Honestly, I don't really know what happened. I just think that they had us back, and we got to be ready for that, and we will be ready for that. Going forward, all this is just one experience, and we're excited to play tomorrow.
RJ, how would you characterize the first halves in terms of the turnovers? This was kind of like the Charleston game where you guys had a bunch first and then it was cleaned up in the second half.
I mean, definitely we increased before the game. We had to limit turnovers. That was one of our main things going to the game. First half, I think it was just more so among us. We were sloppy on the ball. It wasn't like they were making us turn it over. It was more like we were, just making silly mistakes. And then second half, we cleaned it up a little bit. You guys continue to do that moving forward. Not just for one half, but for all 40 minutes.
Hubert, this is the first really explosive night for Dawson. I mean, you knew he was capable of it, but he hadn't really had one the first couple of games. What did you see out of him that maybe got him going and that you might look to apply the rest of these games here?
I thought Dawson was really aggressive to start the game. He was the only one of our bigs that was really effective around the basket, also from the perimeter. That's the beauty of Dawson's game is, from an offensive standpoint, he can score close to the basket. He can also shoot the ball from the outside. And so, with Edie in the game, it's very difficult for us to get to the rim. His ability to stretch defense and shoot the ball from the outside was really good for us. And he just got into a rhythm, into a flow. And Dawson's also an outstanding defensive player, and so he played really well tonight. I'm very proud of him.
Time for one more.
Hubert, what did you think of Jaden Ivey's game? I mean, he came in probably no more as a scorer, but he had 2 huge passes there for threes, and then he had the N1. What did you think of his game overall?
I love him as a player. He was more impressive in person. This is the first time that I saw him in person as opposed to on tape. And everyone talks of him as being a first-round lottery pick type of player. He is that. Not only his ability to transition, he has off-the-chart athleticism. He's a great defensive player. He's the one guy on their team that really consistently gets in the passing lanes and gets steals and deflections. I think a number of times we were right there, and he would get a steal and deflection, and he would get out in transition. He's a basketball player. As he continues to improve his outside jump shot, his size and athleticism defensively, he can rebound. He was very impressive tonight.
Thanks, everybody.